that was where he was swinging a bit wildly in that round, and as you say, there's some good, neat boxing by Mckay coming back.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Pop goes the gum shield, and the call out for seconds out. Round 8. And it really is a bit of a touch and go fight, Jim. What would you think? Mckay might be one round ahead?
Yeah, I've still got Mckay in front, Reg. Especially in the early rounds, he was getting his punches off far quicker than Mckenzie. Mckenzie was looking for the one big shot all the time. Mckenzie's had a couple of good rounds, obviously, when he came close, really, to flooring Mckay. But I still have Mckay slightly in front, a couple of rounds in front at this point.
Well, that's Jim Watt's opinion, of course, but it's all down to referee John Coyle, no judges. Both seem to be pretty well trained, Jim, don't they? There's a lot of life in them.
Well, for a change, Mckenzie making good use of the jab. He has a good jab, but he's been too busy looking for that right hand all the time. Mckay's right in front of him. It'd be a good idea to start using the jab. Mckenzie really come into things in this round, jabbing well, and that was a good right hand.
Oh, I thought he was going to go over there, and the referee dived out of the way because he thought Mckenzie was going to come at him.
Well, everything Mckay's got was in that punch, Reg, so I don't think he's going to score a knockout. He gets his hips and shoulders, everything into that shot.
A minute to go in the 8th. Well, I don't need to be mixing it too much here, Mckenzie, although he could well be a round or so behind. But at least by Jim Watt and my own judgment. But there you are. When it's close enough like that, it's up to the referee. He's closer than we are, and a very competent official.
Well, the action has just settled down a little bit in this round. The quality punches probably landed by Mckenzie in the early part of the round.
Round 9.
9th round. Referee call, just again making sure they don't rush at each other before the bell sounds. And he's got a big job this week. The referee's refereeing the World Championship at Earls Court between Crisanto Espana from Belfast and Venezuela and Melvick Taylor of America, WBA welter. Always encouraging Jim when the referee's command is respected by that. He hasn't had to wrestle the fighters hardly at all, has he, to get apart?
He's handled it very well, Reg. He's allowed the action just to flow all the way through. It's a bad cut on Mckenzie's right eye, Reg. As soon as it's happened, the blood's flowing down. Looks like a fairly long cut between the eye and the eyebrow.
Oh dear, what
like
a shame. Let's hope it doesn't have to be stopped in the 9th round, scheduled for 10.
I didn't notice what caused the cut, Reg. I didn't notice any clashes, so I wonder, was it a punch? But it was very early in the round.
Time out. He wants to go and get the second just to wipe that blood away for the closer inspection. He's saying don't touch it with the, quite right with the swab, he was about to do that.
That's a bad cut there. I don't know that it's a deep one, but it's a fairly long cut. Thankfully, the end is inside, just a second last round.
I think John Cole will obviously give Mckenzie every chance now with only a round to go, but if the injury's bad, he'll have to stop it.
Mckay a wee bit dangerous with his head again.
If that had worsened it, Jim, we could have said definitely that's what did it. But it was hard to spot the reason early on.
Well, it certainly fired Mckenzie up.
Yeah, a little bit of desperation there. He may be worried that it's going to be stopped with only a round and a bit to go. In fact, 1 minute left in this round and the final three.
Mckenzie's responded well, Reg. These are good punches he's throwing. He's trying to get this fight over in this round. Action's become a little bit untidy, but yeah, you have to expect that with the pace they've set all the way through. It's just becoming untidy now. So many rounds, but it's difficult to sway one way or the other, Reg. I won't be surprised how this goes.
Yeah, it's interpretation is going to count here. Well, a well-known sign of a boxer who thinks he's ahead there, throwing his hands up, doesn't always happen that way. We've seen that so many times. And there they are working on that cut in the corner of the eye there. It may have been a clash of heads, Jim. We suspected it maybe, but we didn't see it. Could this be it now in this replay? Let's see. He was holding and hitting a little bit there. Maybe that caused it. Or, well, what do you think? I don't think so, not necessarily.
It's possible, Ray. There was no blood before that clash. I couldn't really say that caused it. I didn't see it at the time. But whatever, it's a cut, and thankfully, the last round.
No, that's patched up all right. Good for 3 minutes, definitely. Not healed, but sealed.
Seconds out. 10.
Final round then of this British featherweight eliminator to challenge for the championship. And what a battle it's been.
Well, the cut spurred Mckenzie on to have a decent round. He just started throwing the punches and kept throwing them. And that's what he's been failing to do in some of the earlier rounds, just sustain the action, but he did it in the previous round. He's going to have to pick up where he left off here, set the pace again.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, it's a bit of a sit on the fence job with me at the moment. Had Mckenzie a little bit in front at one time. I thought Mckay came back in it and then put himself in front, but surely there's not much in it now. It's certainly all down to the referee's interpretation of this.
And Mckenzie's a little bit stronger in the last couple of rounds than Mckay. Mckay has been forcing himself into the action, but it's been untidy work, just pulling forward with his head down, just pumping the punches out, but not really the quality punches we saw earlier. Mckenzie's certainly the stronger of the two.
Just under 2 minutes to go. Power at all by Mckay, but he's always been sort of piston-like, hasn't he, with the punches, just keeping his arms moving a lot of the time. See, he scores just spectacular punches, Mckenzie, but they only count, of course, as the one punch. Whereas Mckay has been gnawing away all the time with punches. It really is a tough one to judge this. Minute to go.
boxing performance. I just feel myself swaying slightly towards Mckay. You know, good defensive boxing, putting punches together, good pressure. But Mckenzie certainly closed things in the last couple of rounds, but I feel just very, very slightly I'm swaying towards Mckay. But Mckenzie certainly has tightened things up in the last couple of rounds.
I'll be surprised if there's not for one round either way in this, when we hear the final decision. And there it is, the countdown for the end of this Eliminator for the British Featherweight Championship. Good, honest endeavour. And it's Mckay that's got it. And certainly he's brought his own fan club from Paddington and all districts around that station there, isn't he? And as we thought early on, Jim, although at the end you just switched a bit, we both thought the busier work of Mckay might get him the decision. And just look at that. I think he's a little bit pleased with himself and has every right to be.
So referee John Coyle giving it to Mckay by 1 round, and probably his busier work rate got him home. Good fight though, wasn't it? Here comes another at